Hey guys, we're back here at the project. I went ahead and I've actually just made a new set of tools and I've started throwing enchantments on them. Someone suggested that, and I don't exactly remember who, but I kind of want to change my tactic for this. A lot of people left some suggestions talking about more efficient ways to do this, and I have to say, I think I agree with them. And actually, I just realized I'm going to need ladders for this. So I think I'm going to go... I think I'll make myself like 2 stacks of ladders, maybe. Yeah, I'll get 2 stacks of ladders to bring with me just for safety's sake, and I'm also going to need, I'll make 2 stacks of ladders and 2 stacks of torches just to have some nice round numbers. Why am I still running this way? Okay, I will be back in like 10 seconds for you. For me, it's going to be like 2 minutes or something. I don't know, I have a bunch of coal. Okay, so we're back with some needed resources, and we're heading here to the center. And I did not realize the center was... Wait, did we pass the center? No, this is the... Lol, what? When did we... Alright, I wasn't even thinking. Okay. That works. What I was thinking was... We can start at the center here. And work our way out, and I'm gonna have to fill in that whole freaking pond, aren't I? Okay. I'm gonna grab like 50 stacks of cobble. I should have thought about that beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some cobble, but we're just going to talk about what my plan is for this. I think I'm going to start at the center and go ahead and get the mob farm built, and then what I can do from there is once the mob farm is actually built, I'll go ahead and start collecting things, and we'll be able to see and do some tests along the way to see how it improves. And instead of and this is why I have vines everywhere. None of these. Okay, climb back up to the top. There we go. Whew, close call. Okay, and then we'll do tests every so often and see how efficient the setup is. I am just going to fill my whole inventory. Oh, okay. Apparently, double clicking will just do that. That's cool. Need to eat. Okay, so we'll start at the center, and then instead of digging out every single hole like I was planning, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is start with maybe, I'll have to see because it's 256 blocks long. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to like divide it. So I'll do 1 row down the exact middle and torch up the caves in the general area I find while going down the exact middle. Then go, say, 64 blocks, or maybe just 32 to either side, dig another straight line, and so that way I can fill up the caves like that with torches. And so instead of having to dig out this whole area, I'm just going to have to dig out like, I don't know, maybe 10 of these 256 block wide rows, and then by the time I get done with that, I should have filled up a decent amount, enough to almost have a perfect farm, and then of course I'll just keep digging as I go along, and I can make it more efficient as the series progresses. Now, I would... I've decided to go to this method for my sanity's sake, because I know if I try to just, before I build the mob farm, dig out the whole thing in like one go, it's not going to happen. I'm going to go insane and I'll rage quit the project, and I don't want that to happen. Several of you guys suggested various things about just, you know, digging out a few rows and lighting up the caves I find and building the farm now and calculating the mob drops as I go. And I think those are good suggestions, which I'm going to, for my mental health, take. and we can actually get this mob farm up and running a lot faster than the like 6 months I thought it was going to take me. And it's actually nighttime, and I think I want to break the bed down and bring it over here. Okay, there we go. Brought my bed over, and now I can continue filling this all in. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is dig out, I don't know, probably about a 16 by 16 area or so from the center here, and in the middle of that build the mob farm, which I actually haven't designed yet. So maybe we'll do another community redstone project for designing that. I don't know. We'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, I thank you guys who left comments for suggestions on how to make this process faster, because I wasn't going to finish the original project the way I had it set up. But I feel like what we've come up with is going to be much more realistic and much more possible to accomplish, rather than the several hundred hours I would have had to have spent actually digging out every single block in this area. And that being said, there's still going to be a lot of digging involved. But I think I'll manage, and afterwards I'll have all of the building blocks I could ever possibly need. And get out of my way, you stupid vines. Okay, so this freaking lake is a pain in the butt to fill in. Right now I'm just kind of swimming down to the bottom and trying to bring like the water level up, so that way I don't have to worry about coming down here and drowning. But it's just a very, very long process, but we'll get it. Unfortunately, this little lake happens to be in the way of our center, but you know, I'm all for doing a little bit of extra work for a lot of extra awesomeness. That's totally, oh no, 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 yes, I win. Just let that regenerate really quickly. I didn't realize I was recording none of that, but here we are in a stupid cave. Actually, let me go check where I was recording and where I stopped so I know. Okay, basically this little thing, like right up there's the lake, and I just found this little thing, so I swam down here, and there was unfortunately nothing of interest, so now I'm just kind of lighting it up while I'm down here, you know. Start the light up process, get that efficiency. Now the one scary thing about making this more efficient is the fact that more mobs are going to spawn above ground as a result at night, but you know, occupational hazards or something like that. There we go. Yeah, and here we are, we're back inside the little lake. I'm so going to drown, aren't I? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, now back to filling the bottom. You know, as I'm thinking about it, filling up the underground caves with water actually wouldn't be the worst way to go about this. So instead of using 5 bajillion torches, I just use 5 bajillion buckets of water and like fill up the underground. But I'm not sure. The amount of running water that would create may cause... Oh, fudge cakes, fudge cakes, fudge of the cakes. Okay, it's about to become night time. I should go sleep. So like I was saying, the amount of running water that create may cause issues, though. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I've got it high enough where I can just kind of stand here and easily look down and place the cabale. Oh, that is not what I wanted at all. You little fudge cakes, don't do that to me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I guess I'll do some theater stories while I'm working here. And first off, we've been showing a Bollywood movie at our theater, and my lord, the racism. The number of racists. It's ridiculous. I had a guy walk up to me and he went, "Hey, boy, what Indian movie are you showing?" And he asked that simply on the fact that he saw Indians in the lobby. And I was like, "Why are you asking that?" And he's like, "Well, there's all these Indians everywhere." And I'm like, "You're a fucking racist." I didn't really say you're a freaking racist, but I might as well have, because for the love of goose cakes, that man and his assertions of race is ridiculous. Also, I have discovered a really strange new fad. all the time people will be like, hey, do you have spoons? And all they have ordered is popcorn. And I'm like, yes, we have spoons. Would you like some of the spoonage? And they're like, yes, I would like some of the spoonage. And they'll take the spoons, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're using spoons for, but that's cool. And one day I had to go like do some theater checking, and I saw people sitting up in the seats like eating popcorn with a spoon. I don't know how long that's been a thing, but apparently it is. Apparently people eat popcorn with spoons. I don't know why you would do that. You can fit all of like 3 pieces of popcorn on a single spoon, but you know, that's a thing, apparently, because people ask for spoons all the time when they order popcorn, and I just discovered the other day that they're eating their popcorn with the spoon. I didn't really know what else they would... I mean, I guess I probably should have figured that out. If you have popcorn and you ask for a spoon, you're probably doing something with the popcorn and spoon. I'm not exactly sure what else you'd use a spoon for, but... it's news to me. So you know what else is weird at the theater? Middle school girls who think they're seductive. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against middle school girls, but middle school girls who are trying to be seductive is probably the strangest and most creepy thing I have ever experienced in my life. Like, I remember when I was on Door, like these little middle school girls would come through, and you could tell they're middle school because they don't look like high schoolers in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know, they just you can, I mean, you can tell when by the way someone talks really tells their age. Like if you listen, I mean, they could possibly be high school freshmen, it's possible, but if you just listen to the way someone talks, it's pretty easy to tell if they're like middle school or high school or whatever. And I just, in my opinion, these girls were clearly middle school, and they would try to like sneak in through the door or whatever, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to see your ticket or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, do you? And I'm like, yeah, I do. This is really creepy, and you make me want to just kick you out of the theater, because I just, you know, I feel mad that you would generalize the male population like that. And so yeah, creepy seductive middle schoolers who really don't, they probably don't even know what the heck they're doing, but it's really weird and makes me feel uncomfortable. Awkward turtle. Okay, so another non-awkward news. I have approximately 2 weeks till I'm like done with school. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. So, I'm really excited for that, because if you guys can't tell, like right now I'm really stretched for time. In general, my episodes have been a little shorter. I haven't been on the fan server as frequently as I would like, and that's just because I have so little free time right now. Like, I have so much end of the school year testing and like review work and stuff. I literally, so today is Saturday. No, today is Sunday. I woke up around 9. I enjoyed myself for a couple of hours. I started working at 12. I finished doing schoolwork, like give or take like little half-hour breaks and eating food. I finished my schoolwork at like 8 o'clock. It was a really long freaking... I am out of cobblestone. It was a really freaking long day of schoolwork. A really, really freaking long day of schoolwork. And it's like that like every night right now. So, you know, if ever in an episode I sound like I'm slowly dying and my soul is leaving my orifices because I have no spirit left in me, it's because that's the truth. And school is slowly eating my face. But have no fear. I'm going to be out of it in the very near future. And then I have a lot of cool plans for episodes and stuff. And I also... What is this happening to? Oh, right, I threw that out of my inventory when I was making torches and stuff. I remember that now. Okay. And... And let's see here, just put you back. What are you doing? Stop that. Okay, there. And so I have a lot of cool episode plans and stuff, and Skyblock is almost done for the server. I just haven't had enough free time to seriously sit down and like test it and make sure everything's working okay. But expect in about 2 weeks, when I'm out of school, that I will sit down and beta test Skyblock, and assuming everything checks out, I will get it to you guys right away. So Skyblock is coming to the fan server in the very, very near future. And after Skyblock is out, I'll start work on the Hunger Games. And Sigils is currently working on getting PvP arenas set up. So in the very near future, we'll be having a lot of extra game modes coming out. Because I know a lot of you guys aren't a fan of Les Factions stuff. So, you know, don't worry about it. There'll be plenty of other stuff for you to choose from in the very near future. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. In the very near future, there will be plenty. Did I just miss a water block? Yeah, that's what I thought. You thought you could escape from me, but you can't. Can't escape the koala. I see everything, boys. Yeah. Anyway, expect to see that goose cake loving stuff in the very near future, and I have just filled a hole with all my cobble. Look at that filled hole. If I can climb up the tree. Yeah. Look at that filled hole. So speaking of shorter episodes, this one is done, and I thank you guys all for fudge cakes. I just parkoured my way up there, and now this happens. Okay, there we go. I thank you guys all for watching, and if you excuse me, it's really late at night. You guys are probably going to see this very shortly, but it's really late at night for me, and I'm going to go pass out on a bed and try not to wake up, but I inevitably will for school. But don't worry, it'll be over very soon, and I will be free and happy and spunky, and I'll have all the free time in the world to cook you guys the best goose cakes you've ever tasted. But until then, I'm going to say is doodles. Awkward silence.